Hello, welcome to Retirement Ain't Easy. I'm Chuck, your host, and today is part 2 of me putting together a song using EZKeys2. So if you remember from last part 1, if you haven't seen that video, go check that one out first. Remember from part 1, I downloaded a trial version of EZKeys2 from Toontrack, and I have been using that to play around with, and I created a song within, I don't know, 5 minutes, basically, with a simple little deal. So today I'm going to take that further, and on this part 2, we're going to add some drums and some bass and structure the song. First off, I use presonusstudioone, and I'll show some of the things there. So if you're a StudioOne user, you might know some of these things. And then we'll go through and I'll show. I use EZDrummer, which is also from Toontrack, and I use EZBass, which is also from Toontrack. So you can basically download or download these apps into your DAW, your digital audio workstation, and create a song, and don't even need to know how to play an instrument, really. It's all, you can just piece together deals. So I'll show you here. So we'll pull up the screen here, and this is presonusstudioone, and this is, if you remember from the last video, I had put together this little key track here, and I'm going to start it back up because I think I'm still on my 10-day trial. So we'll see. Yeah, I've got a couple more days left on this trial, so I'm going to continue that. And once that gets started, I've got the piano loaded, and I'm going to just play a little bit here of the song, if I can get back to the start here. So you can hear, that's basically what I came up with, a little ditty using my iRigs Pro keyboard I have here, and then I put together what I thought was a nice little song with some verses and some chorus, and then a bridge with some leads. And you can see in presonusstudioone, let me go ahead and stop this. In presonusstudioone, you can actually use what they call the arranger track or arranger line here, and actually create a song based on, you know, whatever song structure you want to do. If you want to do just one whole verse, you can do one whole verse. Most songs have an intro, a verse, a chorus, and maybe a bridge. On this particular song, I came up with an intro. Then I got a verse going there where I have some lyrics that I'm working on, and then a kind of a pre-chorus there, and then we get into a chorus, and then we go back into the verse, pre-chorus, chorus. Then I've got something called a lead. Right now that's kind of up in the air on what that's going to be, but we'll see. And then a bridge that kind of builds to a pre-chorus, chorus, and then we do the whole outro. And if you listen to the song in the last video, you can hear it all there, how it plays out. So I use EZKeys2 here, and again, I'm still on a 10-day trial for this, and I've just used their basic piano here, shown here, and then EZKeys2, you can actually build the song structure first, and then carry it into the DAW, and then use the DAW to pad that out. But as you can see here in EZKeys2, I actually did the intro and the verse and all of that here, and I actually came up with it all in EZKeys2 first before transferring it over to my presonusstudioone. So from there, I took that, created this. You can ignore the chord track. I was just kind of curious on how this works. It's a little feature in StudioOne where you can actually take the MIDI. This is MIDI notes, if you've never seen MIDI. Which is basically a bunch of little dots and stuff there that tells the program, EZKeys2, how to play certain keys. And I think I showed that as well in how to edit these. You can actually go in and edit these. You don't even have to have the piano here. You can just go in and each one of these and and turn it on, turn it off, change the length, all of that kind of stuff. I'm not going to go into details on that. But up here, there's a chords track here that presonusstudioone has as well. And I took the MIDI and I put it into there. You can actually have it convert all these little deals here into the chords that are being played. And you see this song starts with a G, goes into A minor, and G, A minor, G, A minor, G, A minor, and then when we get to the verse, G, C, G, C, etc. And if you know me, you know that I am a guitarist by trade, and I can play basic stabs on the piano, you know, just pretty much that's easy to do, basically for anybody if you take basic piano lessons. So I do, these are all basic chords that I know and can play easily. This is nothing complicated as well. So going through all this, I've created this song with the arranger, and then just as a lark, just to see the feature work, I converted it all to chords. From there, I went in and pulled up EZDrummer, and I've done this kind of ahead of time, so forgive me, but I did go ahead of you on this. But I pulled up EZDrummer 3, which is again a Toontrack application, and from here I can open it, and I just basically went through EZDrummer 3 and clicking on different grooves, what they call grooves, and listening to them. Did it fit my song? No. Also, I used the feature here in EZDrummer 3, which is really great, which is called the bandmate, and you can actually bring in a piece of the song. Yes, piece of the song into EZDrummer 3 right here, and it will pull up a number of clips that match your piano playing or guitar playing or bass playing. So I kind of did that too, and I came up with some grooves here. EZDrummer 3 is a really cool program. There's another program called Superior Drummer as well, very similar. But you can hook your electronic drums to this and play to your heart's content with all kinds of different drums. Again, in EZDrummer 3, like EZKeys, you can put together your little song down here, and then from there, once you have this all put together, I just drag it into my session here, my song, and it lines up like that. And again, it's MIDI drums. You can't really see with the orange, but you can see the little dots and things like that. That tells it what drum to hit, and I can show that really easy. You go down here to the grid editor. Let's get rid of that. Click on that, and you can see if I hit this correctly, you should be able to hear the drums, but you're not for some reason. Oh, because it's muted. There we go. So now if I go down here to the editor and hit one of these and turn on the there, you can hear that's the kick. And you can see it move over here in the EZDrummer 3, and then here's snare. And so all of these little arrow thingies, you can actually go in and edit by hand, or you can go in and create a groove by just like that, and it will save that, and it will go and look for grooves that it already has pre-recorded by drummers, and it'll suggest things. So I went and did that, and I came up with a drum groove that kind of matched my song, and I will play it for you here and see and let you listen to it. I think you can hear that. Here's the verse. pre-chorus. And then the chorus goes back to that main riff that I originally came up with when I started playing with EZKeys2. So you can see from there, it just builds, repeats. You know, rinse, repeat, till we get down here to the bridge. Kind of use a different beat there, building. And then we grow, and then we get to the chorus, and then the outro. It's just basically. So you can put together a song and not even know how to play an instrument, pretty much, using these kind of applications. I use these. There's plenty of other companies that do this that are available, and you know, you can. Sky's the limit, pretty much. You don't have to be an instrumentalist or know an instrument or anything like that. There's a lot of music producers out there that they're just very good at putting together grooves and loops and things like that. Okay, so I put together the drums, I've got the keys, and now I need a bass. So I use EZBass. Again, a Toontrack product. Pull up EZBass, and you can actually do the same thing you did with the drummer. You can come over here and put in some instrument, some keyboard MIDI for that's pretty much what I did. I pulled some MIDI here and pulled it over into here, and then that would come up with grooves. Again, there's a lot of recommended all kinds of different grooves from different deals. This is just a smattering. I mean, there's tons of them, and you can go get expansion packs for all of these. Expansion packs for the pianos and organs, expansion packs for the drums, expansion packs for the bass, and then as we move along, I'll show some more things that Toontrack has. For the bass part, though, I didn't really create a song down here like I did with the EZDrummer and the EZKeys. I basically just came up with the grooves and then moved them over into my song session here. And so once I did that and lined everything up with, it mainly lines up with the keys, because that's what I did. I pulled this in, I pulled this part in, it created this loop here that I wanted, and then I pulled this in and it created this loop, and then I just drag them over here to the MIDI. Eventually I will convert these to audio when I get ready to mix all of this down. So I got bass now to go with the drums. I got keyboards to go with all of this, and so let's hear what it sounds like. Let's unmute. You can hear, and I went in and actually edited this bass a lot. And you can see it down here. Pretty much goes along with the keyboards, right? So you can hear solo the bass. Add the drums. Keyboards. So we have the verse, pre-chorus, etc. So now I've got the basics for a song. I've got drums, bass, and keyboards. Now what I'm going to add next is probably some guitar. I haven't decided if it's going to be like an acoustic guitar or electric guitar. One thing I already decided on adding, and I'll go through that in a second, but then I'll add the vocals, and any extra stuff like tambourines and things like that, you know, we'll see how that goes. But 3 programs, I really don't need to know how to play any of these instruments, and I've got a song going. Pretty straightforward. Any questions? So what I also did while I was messing around with this, I thought, you know what this needs? This needs some embellishment. So I already started embellishing some things here, and I pulled up my EZKeys again. No, sorry, not EZKeys. I pulled up a program called MyTie, which is part of Presonus. It's a little instrument, it's part of Presonus. And playing my little keyboard here, you can, it's doing that. But I didn't use it for drums, I used it for keyboards. And so I went and created a little MIDI deal here to kind of embellish my song here. So if you want to listen to the first part here, well, let's start that over then and unmute it. How about that? Okay, here we go. There's some static going on right now that I think is because I'm recording the screen, so it's kind of doing some crackling. But you can hear the song there, and then here, so then there's the verse and the pre-chorus, and then I kind of build on the next, go through the verse 2, and then we kind of build a little higher. Until it gets to the chorus. Just some embellishment. So, just a little keyboard organ type strings, actually, embellishment that I've added to this. And there is some crackle going on, but I think it's because I'm actually recording this screen as well. So it's kind of slowing it down a bit. So there we go. That's the basis for a song. I've got the structure put together across the top there with the arranger. And you can see it's a really short song. It's 3 minutes and 19 seconds. It's basically what it is. Really, really short, typical song, about this size. And I got the bass and the drums. And from here, we just start adding embellishments. Tambourine, claps, guitar, acoustic guitar, whatever. And then from there, I am working on the vocals. I've got some lyrics for this, actually. And I'm not going to share those yet, but that will come in probably part 3 or 4, next part, maybe next part. We'll see. So this is part 2, and this is my song. It's called Keyboard Ditty at the moment. And like I said, I have some lyrics working on this right now. And when we get into part 3, we'll probably add some more embellishments like acoustic guitar, tambourines, claps, whatever I can come up with to match the song. And then we'll add the vocals. And I'll show you me recording vocals, which is a little scary, but I'll go ahead and show it all. So I hope you enjoyed this little part 2 of this continuing series. Part 3 will be out in, we'll see, 4 to 5 days. We'll see how we're doing. If you like this channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell, come back again looking for other videos. This is Retirement Ain't Easy. I'm Chuck, and we'll see you in part 3 or some other video that I put out. Thanks. Peace.